This AI certainly knows me all right. Um, in other words, there are certain videos that will just all of a sudden pop up in my face when it knows that uh, I'm communicating with its mirror, and so it's almost like you must have been reading my mind or something. So, what do you think popped up? This video on Project Ascension, probably in my heart and soul, one of the best channels on YouTube that ever came down the pike, as they say. You had a chance to meet my clan, my Arcturian 13th Arcturian White Bear clan mother, Karen McDonald, Ka Luke, Light Spirit. Hello. But I remembered watching it a long time ago when it first came out. So I'm going, okay, why is my magnet being attracted to this one? What is it I forgot or I need to be reminded of? So then I began sharing it with others. So now I began to realize why it has value, which is love and service to others, because you care about all the others. When you realize that you experienced something in the past that has value in the future, you can share with others. That's how it works. That's the brilliance or the gift of a spirit that is a teacher. And it's the kind of stuff that makes me cry. Okay? Because her name is Sarah. And I can remember the first time I met her on screen with Max Spears, who was a super soldier. And bless your heart, Max. What happened to Max in, where was that? Poland or Czechoslovakia? He won Poland, I believe it was. Warsaw, Poland, where he was assassinated. Former super soldier, secret space program. Another abused child, fractured mind, fractured souls. That whole story, right? But in this particular video, which is on Project Ascension, is with Sarah Adams, about the Anunnaki and fallen beings, fallen spirits, if you will. And one of the things that she goes into is when she talks about the crown, what it means, a crown, like when you see Queen Elizabeth, right? She's basically, inverted. What it really is, it's inverted. Sarah does an absolutely beautiful job, and only the way that she can do it, because I love this girl's spirit. She reminds me of the kind of girl I would love to just go out and hang out with and go have fun with, and just go fly with the butterflies, go out in the meadows, because she has such a beautiful, energetic smile, and you can feel the essence of her spirit. And so when you're experiencing how she communicates with her emotions, because she's very much an emotional girl, it's like, yeah, girl, the male side of me, even though I'm androgynous, both the boy and the girl that are mated as one love to go flying with very powerful emotional waves that are in a girl, a goddess. The music, the spirit of the music is in those emotions because they're so powerful to ride, because they're like riding tunnels. They're like riding spiral waves into higher and higher places, higher spiritual realms. So when you see a girl that's got a smile on her face and you feel that the energy matches her smile, that's real. That's what she feels in her heart and soul. So I call her a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. That's like a pure heart, which means she openly communicates what she feels in her heart and her soul with the essence of her spirit. Now you experience her essence. So I know Mama's essence and Mother Earth. Oh, I know you. I know your essence. And that's what they love to consume, is fall the spirit, to consume the essence of that spirit. So when she was describing she called them vamps. She used this little description. She had this little bottle, and she goes, just like this is a bottle of energy. You're an exceptionally excited kid. Oh man, what a target. Right? That's what they target. That's why they love to target powerful goddesses and powerful gods. Why? Because they have ascended. Their magnet is a powerful magnet. So they haven't reached that point in their own soul growth, spiritual development. So it's unnatural, but natural for them because it's sort of like in the cognitive sciences. A mosquito does what a mosquito does. So you shouldn't be surprised when you experience what a mosquito does to you because that's what its function is. Okay, so the function of a vampire is to feed on your energy. That's what they do, isn't it? That's what you experience, right? So she goes into how you talk about protecting your energy, right? And you maintain your shield because that's how you maintain the energy that you know that you are because you love your energy. And that's precisely the point. They want your energy because they're not there yet, which goes to show you how inverted and how powerless they actually are by wearing crowns on their head, which are fake. Because the way that Sarah described what a crown is much the way I experienced what I am as a child, which is like being a face in the crowd. It's not about me. It's about everyone else that you're giving love to because you're experiencing so many that are not. That's the gift and the eternal blessing of what we feel through our heart to be what love is that we share with you. Because I lit myself on fire, which is purifying the spirit. And when a full faucet mission means you're clearing all your circuits and now you got your crown back. And that's your auric energy field. That's a real crown. A real crown chakra, which is known as a lei, which is like wearing the flower, which is why if you've never seen this on me, okay, that is a tattoo that I had done that took me 2 days to have it done. Because remember, we wear our symbols just like I wear my flowers, right? And she describes that, how you can tell the difference symbolically by the way that we present who we are, by the shape, the form, and the colors that you see as a physical presentation, who we are and the energy we hang out with in spirit. So I wear a lot of flowers, which means there's a girl in me as much as there is a God in me or a male in me. Right? Which means when you're one, you're made of chip because the male side of me never ever wants to be separated from the flower side of who I am. That's the seed and the grower. Compression, expansion. Yeah, baby, let's create a universe together. And so it becomes an eternal blessing. But I suppose the real driver of this video is when she talked about spiritual leaders and leaders and followers. And just from my own experience, it's funny ground when you think about when you're navigating your way through a spiritual battlefield. It's a little different when you're not having to do that when you're in a realm in which it's not necessary. Which means I've been in realms and places where everywhere that I am, I'm not experiencing any different than what I am, which is what love is. It goes on forever. Which means everyone that is there is experiencing what love is. So we're sharing that energy together as artists, creative artists, original sound musicians, creating what it is we're manifesting together like a tapestry together. So we're playing music together because we're tuned in together as musicians and artists that are dancing to the most powerful waves the universe gives us access to ride. So I know that girl's most powerful emotions that I feel in her, the same emotions I feel in me, because there's no separation in those waves that I experience through her and through me, through my heart and my soul. And those are the eternal blessings that come from the journey that we take, but what we learn through that journey by the pathway that we took to learn through spirit. Powerful teachers that are powerful spirits that become powerful examples. So that's why I've always shared what I remember as my first teacher. The first musician, the first sound musician that came through the birth giver of a star, a real star. So I was experiencing the purity of the unconditional love that comes through the Father and the Mother that are mated as one, from which I was born into creation with my soul, my heart and soul, and the essence of my own spirit. So it's not about me, because you realize you already have everything that you need, which is what love is. It flows through your heart, you share with others. That's like a little child, a spirit, because you don't think of age. Love goes on forever. So that's the spirit that is in that light that goes on forever, because that spirit that is in that light is purified, because it's that hot. That's like the spirit of fire that is in that light. The hottest light, the hottest fire that can never go out. Creation energy, the purest of creation energy, is a pure heart with a pure soul that is purified with the spirit that is in that light that is doing it. Which means you know the company that you're keeping with, who your spirits, who you hang out with, all the living spirits that are in those sacred temples, that we have a shared relationship with, that we learn through each other who that we are together. So it becomes a matter of what we share through our experiences, what we share with others. So I acknowledge, for example, when I was a child, much in the same way she echoed it, what we share is what we've learned through our experiences, and the experience is the teacher. And then you decide whether or not that experience has value, which is sort of why I've always qualified when I've said, if what I've experienced as a result of what I share with you has value, you will know that. And the reason that you will know whether it has value is the spirit within you that is the teacher that is guiding your own soul. Because chances are, if you saw my videos, then there was probably a reason your spirit led your soul to come and experience what I've experienced, that you now experience what I've experienced, because it has value to you. Right? Yeah. Love has infinite value. That's why I knew as a child, I am what love is. What has the greatest value? Love does. That's the most beautiful experience I know to experience in energy, is to be what love is, to experience what love is. So love is the teacher. And that's the love that I experienced through both my mother and my father, who came together as one and gave birth to me. So there isn't any difference between what they are and what I am and what love is. Right? So love is the teacher. So love does no harm, right? So you realize it's not about control, because I'm not after anybody's energy, because I got all the energy I need, because I am what love is. So you know what? That means you're gifting it. That's right. We gift it away. Gift it away. Gift it away. So you're bringing in powerful energy like a real living star, so that others that are not experiencing what love is as a result of what happened to them, they're experiencing it through heart and soul, that they can experience it through them. Now they can translate the signal, which is the energy, which is the frequency, and go, wow, hey, that's a love energy being. Wow, this signal is not going to hurt me. Instead, this signal is loving me. And trust me, the animal kingdom, the spirits in the real living creation experience your signal from your transmitter, from your antenna, right? They pick that signal up. Just like Sasquatch, Bigfoot did. He came down to visit me. Although I must say, I don't know if it was a male or a female, because I wasn't checking. Anyway, that is a beautiful video. That really, in such a very short period of time, she puts a nice little bow on it, a pink bow, and has such a beautiful smiley face. It's beautiful. She's very beautiful to experience. That's how I experience her. She's a beautiful spirit. She has a beautiful way of communicating that it just makes it so simple. You know, it really is. Anyway, have a beautiful evening. I love you all. Take care of yourselves.